Very good morning, dear students. Welcome to all of you to today's class. But before starting the class, let's do Brahmanad. Shanti. Swastha. So now let's start the class. So today we are going to read tense. But before teaching you tense, let me speak you one thing. What is the difference between tense and time? Normally we are thinking that tense and time are same concept. No, this is completely different from each other. Tense and time both are just like the two sides of a coin, one and another. Means one can't exist without the another one. Understood? Here I have written the difference between tense and time. Time and tense both are different from each other. Yes, tense is different, time is different. In a sentence also time is different, tense is also different. It's possible. And here it is mentioned time is a broader concept. Time is broader because time, it is referring to now, before now and after now. What we say? Present, past and future. Time. Okay. Time classified into three categories, and time is having three categories. Their first one is present time, past time and future time. Time always exists and is completely independent. Time is completely independent. It doesn't take the help of someone else. It needs itself only to express. Time is always clear cut and precise, and it is always clear cut and precise, but sometimes tense is to some extent confusing. Tense, it is a narrow concept. Tense is having a narrow concept classified into two categories, present and past. Understood? It means how many types of tense are there? Two types, present tense and past tense. Future is not a tense, future is a time. Always depends on the time. And tense, in order to express the tense, it always depends on the time. If the time is past, tense is past. If the time is future, tense is not future, it is only time. And if the time is present, it is present tense. Changing of verb on the basis of time is called tense. So what is tense? Changing of verb on the basis of time is known as tense. Tense is nothing, only the changing of verb according to time is tense. Regarded as the brain of English grammar. And apart from this, tense is regarded as the brain of English grammar. Did you understand it? This is only the concept on time and tense. Okay? You just note it down in your copy. Okay, students. So listen. As I told you, tense is practically divided into two categories. They are present tense and past tense. You might be thinking, what about future? Future is not a tense. It is known as a time. And the reason is, there is no specific verb form allotted to future. That's why it is regarded as a time instead of a tense. Okay. In the first phrase, we will read present tense. Second phrase, past tense. Third phrase, future time. Okay. So that you can understand it in a proper way. So listen. Here, and as I told, tense is of two types, present tense and past tense. But every tense is having four aspects. Means four forms are there. Every tense is having four forms, and what are they? First one is simple, and simple is also known as indefinite form. Second one is perfect, imperfect or progressive continuous form. Third one is perfect form. Fourth one is perfect progressive or perfect continuous form. Okay. So these are the four forms. This is number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this form is there in both present tense and past tense as well as in future time. Then you might be asking, then why, if future is not a tense, then how it is having 4 forms? Listen, future can be expressed by the help of models. Okay, so but today we will read the present tense. So but this definition is same for all the types of tense. Simple or indefinite form. What is indefinite form? Normally in indefinite form we used to speak I go, he goes, they go, subject and verb is there, nothing else is there. In past form, subject and second form of the verb means V2. Understood? V2, second form of verb. Okay. So here definition is same. When the action is mentioned simply by an agent and the subject works as the agent, without anything being said about the completeness or incompleteness of the action, whether in present, past or future time, it is concerned with the simple form. For example, he works very hard. This is in present tense. So here in the present simple or in the past simple, it states the work, but nothing is being said. But according to sentence, you can find out the tense. Okay, this is the simple definition of simple or indefinite form. Okay, I am not speaking it. According to sentence, you can easily find out what is the tense. Here this one is present tense. If I do write down, he worked very hard. This is in past form. Understood it? Second one, imperfect, continuous, progressive. This is same. These are the synonyms only. When the action, actually in synonym, this is the same name. It can be called imperfect, it can be called continuous, or it also can be called progressive form. When the action is going on by an agent, whether in present or past or future time, it is concerned with the progressive form. Means when the action is going on at the time of speaking, we are speaking and the action is in progress. Okay, but always remember, but not necessarily at the time of speaking. My brother is writing a novel. Right now he is not writing, he is in market. Understood? But still the work is in progress. Means it is a day-to-day work, just like his habit. In that case also you can use present, not only present, progressive form. So the example, he is working very hard. This is in present tense. If I am writing he was working very fast, this one will be in past form. Then comes your perfect form. When the action is recently completed by an agent, in present, past or future time, that one is perfect form. Means recently completed, it means it has some link with the present time. Okay, then that one will be regarded as the perfect form. Example is, he has worked very hard, or in past tense you also can write down, he had worked very hard. Likewise, perfect progressive or perfect continuous. When the action is going on continually over a long period of time and is yet to be finished, means the action has started in the past and still going on at the time of speaking. In that case, we have to use perfect progressive form. The example is, he has been working very fast. In past form, he had been working very fast. Understood it? Simply remember, every tense is having 4 aspects. First one is simple, progressive, perfect, perfect progressive. Okay, it is applicable to both present tense, past tense as well as to future time. Without any problem, you can write it down. So you have to write it down in your copy. Okay, see it, then write down. Okay, with this your forms of tense is over. So right now we will discuss thoroughly what is present tense. So students, let's see. So now we are going to read simple present tense and the uses of simple present tense. Listen, after watching the video, you just write it down in your copy so that it would be easy for you in the later time to understand it properly. And second thing is that your copy will be updated. Okay. Used for habitual action. Habitual action means what? Something we do as a habit. But to describe the habitual action, some time adverbs like always, very often, usually, sometimes. Okay, these adverbs are normally used. Second example is we go to temple every day. Another one, it is used to talk about present or permanent state or fact. Present state means what, or permanent state means what? Present state. You are a student, I am a teacher, my brother is an engineer, my sister is a lecturer, he is a student, they are happy, he is not happy. These are the present state. So, to describe this present state, we need to use simple present tense. Next one, and it is also used for laws of nature, general truth as well as scientific truth. Laws of nature, this is the universal example. The sun rises in the east. General truth, tigers live in forest. Scientific truth, light travels very fast. Okay. Next one, planned event for future. Suppose something you are going to plan. Listen, planned event for future also is used in present progressive form, but simple present form is specially used for official planned event. Okay, but for personal also you can use, but this is mostly for official planned event. And here also some future time adverbs are used. For example, tomorrow, the next day, after 2 months, next week, next year. Okay, these adverbs are used, otherwise we can't explain it. Our college opens next month. Quotation about permanent state of facts. Some quotation about permanent state or fact, we have to use simple present form. Example is, according to John Keats, a thing of beauty is a joy for ever. Used in type 1 conditional clause. Conditional clause, you know 4 types, 0 type, 1, 2, 3, 4 types. So, in type 1 conditional clause means if you are doing this one will happen. Okay. Here, if you work hard, if subject, okay, verb, then complements, comma, subject, will, verb, then complements. So, here in type 1 conditional clause, in this phrase, in the if clause, okay, in the if clause, present simple is used. Clear? Used in running commentaries. You are watching cricket, volleyball, basketball, karate, boxing, okay, all these things. So, in the running commentary, in that place, simple present tense is used. Vas balls the ball to Sachin, but no, Sachin outs. Okay. So, these are the uses of your present simple tense. Understood? So, next we are going to read present progressive. So, students, let us see present progressive form. Okay. Here I have mentioned some of the uses of present progressive form. Let us discuss that one. What is mentioned? Express a work that is in progress while speaking. The first use. Present progressive form expresses the work that is going on at the time of speaking. I am teaching you. You are listening to me. You are watching the video. Means right now you are doing the work. Understood? The best example. I am teaching you. You are watching the video. Okay. But remember one thing. It doesn't mean that always whatever doing at present will be expressed by present progressive form. Sometimes the work which is in progress but not necessarily at the time of speaking can also be used by present progressive form. Okay. You can speak in the evening when your father is at home. If someone is asking you, what is your father doing? You can speak, my father is writing a book. But when your father is going to office, at that time also you can write down, nowadays my father is writing a book. Okay. Means sometimes the work, the building, construction is going on. Okay. So, sometimes when the work is not progress at the time of speaking, in that case also if the work is going on for a long period of time, even at the time of speaking, you can use present progressive form. Expresses. This one I also told you. Express planned event for future. So, present simple also used to express the planned event for future, and here present progressive is also used to express the planned event for future. But how to differentiate that one? Always remember, use simple present whenever the planned event is official one, and use present progressive for the personal one. So, Ankita is coming next week, plan event for future. Express changing situation. Lifestyle is changing very fast, means a change situation, not a static situation. If the situation is permanent, simple present. If the situation is changing, then present progressive. Express temporary action. Temporary action means what? Every day you come to school by your cycle, but today you are coming by bus. Okay, means you are coming by cycle is the permanent work. Okay, general work. But coming by bus is a temporary one. So, here I have written one example. The students go to college by bus. This is the general, permanent one. But today they are going on their bicycle. But this one is the temporary action that you are doing only for a single day. So, the temporary action must be explained by using present progressive form. Next, look at stative verbs. Stative verb means what? Look. Some verbs are there, they don't take ing form unless and until that is used as an action verb. So, here verbs which tell us about emotion, feeling, opinion are called stative verb. The verbs that describes us all these things are known as stative verb. And here stative verbs are there in appearance, like or dislike, mental activity, position, sense of perception, thinking, and some others are also there. Look, appear, seem, look. He is looking like his mother. No, he looks like his mother. Resemble. He is resembling. No, wrong. He resembles his mother. Like, dislike, desire, love, hate. Do you speak, I am hating you? No, I hate you. Okay. Prefer, admire. He is admiring the beauty. No, he admires the beauty. Wish, want. I am wanting to have a chocolate. I am wanting to have a chocolate is wrong. I want a chocolate. Clear? Hope, forget, remember. I am remembering what you told me. Wrong. I remember what you told me. Okay? Means these verbs, they don't take ing form. Have. I am having a pen. No, wrong. I have a pen. Own, possess, belong to. This book is belonging to me. No, wrong. This book belongs to me. Certain. See, I am seeing you, I see you. Hearing, wrong, hear. Smell, I am smelling some sweet fragrance. No, I smell some sweet fragrance. Taste, feel, I am feeling your pain. This is wrong, I feel your pain, not FILL. FILL is feel, to feel with something, with stuff. So, I feel your pain. No, pain. Notice, think, believe, understand. I understanding you. I am understanding you is wrong. I understand you. Agree, agreeing. Is it correct? No, it is wrong. Agree. Cost, depend. Don't depending on me. Are not you depending on me? No, don't depend on me. Depend. Measure, sounding. You are sounding ill. Wrong. You sound ill. You sound ill. So, here these verbs are known as the stative verb, also known as the verbs of perception. Okay, because these things are referring to our sense. Okay, we are not doing this work. All these things are referring to our sense. That's why these are the stative verbs and they don't take ing form with it. Okay, understood? With this, your present progressive form is over. So, now let's go to present perfect tense. So, students, let's read present perfect tense and present perfect progressive. Present perfect, I have written some of the uses. First use, it expresses completed activity in the immediate past. Means it expresses the work which is recently completed. Ram has lost his bicycle. Listen one thing. Present perfect is the tense where time is always past, but tense is always present. Okay, this is the only tense where time is past, but tense is present, and this tense expresses the work that is recently completed or the work which is completed, but the effect is present till now. Clear? Understood it? Use near writers who are alive. Writers Kalidas wrote Sakuntala, Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. They are already dead. So near the dead people we have to use simple past, but the writers who are alive, for them we have to use present perfect. Kiran Desai has written The Inheritance of Loss. Used for newspaper headline in latest and in radio and television reports. So in newspaper headline, in report we also can use present perfect. The radio has announced about the super cyclone. Okay. Used for adverbs like never, ever, ever used in question only, so far, just, always, recently, already, etc. The flight had just left. So these are the uses of present perfect. Next one is your present perfect progressive. There is only one use, and what is that? That is the work that has started in the past and continued till present moment and will continue in the future also. Means the work that started in the past includes the present and likely to extend into the future. Okay, in the past it started, present going on, and it will progress in the future also. That type of sentences are used by using present perfect progressive. Clear? Example is the Indian players have been playing. Means the work had started in the past, now also going on, in future also it will continue playing cricket for several months. Okay, understood it? So these are the uses of present perfect and present perfect progressive. Now let's read the structure of sentence in simple present, present progressive, present perfect and present perfect progressive. But before it, listen one thing. You can write down a sentence in 4 ways. First one is your affirmative one, affirmative. Okay, second one is negative, third one is interrogative, last one is negative interrogative. And here interrogative sentence can be written in 2 ways. One is your simple question, second one is your double H question, means yes or no question, the questions that start with the auxiliary verbs and the question that start with the double H word. Okay, so here listen, these sentences also can be converted to these forms. For example, simple present, the structure is subject plus V1. Yes or yes, this one is mentioned if the verb is if the subject is third person singular. He goes, I go, she goes, they go. Understood? So take the example, I know the answer. I have written little bit bent. Okay, so I know the answer. This is in simple present tense. So here, okay, let me write down this one here. I know the answer. Make it negative. This is in affirmative form. Negative form, we have to use do or does according to the subject. If the subject is third person singular, then we have to use does. Otherwise, do is appropriate. I don't know the answer. Okay, then make it interrogative. Do you know the answer? Then negative interrogative. Don't you know the answer? Okay, and here if we are putting the question, what do you know? If it is WH word, what do you know? But here the answer is being mentioned. So these are the ways to write down the sentence in these different ways. So in simple present, the sentence formation should be subject plus verb. If the subject is third person singular, then only you have to use yes or yes, then rest of the sentence you can use. Present progressive form, subject, then auxiliary verbs. And what are the auxiliary verbs? Am, is, are. These are the auxiliary verbs, helping verbs. Okay, primary auxiliaries, understood? Plus be plus ing, verb plus ing. I am going, I am not going. Okay, are you going, aren't you going? Then present perfect, subject plus have or has, again primary auxiliaries, plus V3. V3 means past participle. Okay, present, every verb is having three forms: present tense, past tense and past participle. So that one V3 form should be used. Then present, so I have done the work, I haven't done the work. Have you done the work? Have not you done the work? Present perfect progressive, subject plus have or has. This is your auxiliary verb, primary auxiliaries. Then been is also in auxiliary verb category. Then verb plus ing, then rest of the words. I have been writing a book, I have not been writing a book. Okay, so these are the formation of sentence in present tense. Okay, with this your present tense is over. In the next class we are going to read past tense. So if you have any doubt, you can call me without any hesitation. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.